All right, let's take a look at what new films are hitting theaters this weekend. We're joined live by film critic Richard Crouse. Great to see you always. We know the weekend is nigh. A list of films to get through here. Jackass Forever. Do we need to say any more on this one?
Well, we don't really. This is the most review-proof movie of the year. If you're a Jackass fan, you will want to go see this movie because it has the same kind of daredevil stunts as all the other films on the television show a lot of people grew up watching. If you're not a Jackass fan, you weren't going to go anyway. So I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars for fans, 2 out of 5 stars for everybody else, and it's in theaters this weekend.
And what about Scream? It feels like Groundhog Day here.
Well, it does. Well, yeah, it does. So we're seeing a lot of things come back from the 90s. Scream is really good, though. This is, they're calling it not a relaunch, but a requel. So this is a riff on the original Scream. It's got, all the same formatting. It's got the woman alone at home fending off the ghost-faced killer at the very beginning of the movie, just like Drew Barrymore did in the first film. And then it moves on from there, but it moves on from there in an interesting way. It is kind of almost a satire of itself. And that's what I really liked about it. It's self-aware, but it also delivers on the scares and on the tension. So I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's in theaters right now, and it's not bad.
Okay, and how about The King's Daughter? It might as well have been in the works since the 90s. It's taken some time to make this film.
It has. It's taken almost 8 years for this to come to the screen. And on paper, it looks like a great movie. It's got Pierce Brosnan in it. Everyone loves him. William Hurt is here. It was shot in Versailles, which is the most expensive film set in the world. And yet we're left with a movie that really underwhelms. Pierce Brosnan is outacted by his wig. William Hurt, you can almost see him reaching for the paycheck. This is a fairy tale, but there's no happy ending for anybody, particularly the audience on this one. So I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars, and it's in theaters this weekend.
Ouch. Okay, Paulie, Styrene, I Am a Cliche. Anyone who likes punk would be into this?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite movie of the week. It is the story of the singer of X-Ray Specs, Paulie Styrene. They had one really influential record in 1977, one of the first bands to break through commercially in punk rock. And then she decided she didn't like the life and gave her life over to spiritual pursuits instead. She had a daughter who is now one of the co-directors of this film, Celeste Bell. And this is a daughter's quest to get to know about her mother's legacy. It is a movie that does a great job of really setting a time and a place for punk rock to happen in the mid to late 70s in London. But it is the rare music documentary that gets beyond the music to really paint a very compelling picture of its subject. So I gave Paulie Styrene, I Am a Cliche, 4 out of 5 stars. It's on VOD and in some theaters this weekend.
Awesome. And a filmmaker who loves Canada, the clerk of all clerks, Kevin Smith. Let's talk about this documentary, Clerk.
Yeah, this is all about his life and work. And there are some moments in here that are really lovely. There's a video that he made for his parents at the beginning of the film that has him thanking his mother and father for taking him to the movies and for giving him, what turned out to be a lifelong love of the movies and ultimately a career. There are some other touching moments where he talks about individual moments in the film. A lot of the movie is people talking about how wonderful Kevin Smith is. I like him. He's on my radio show this weekend. Fantastic interview. But I wanted a little more depth from this. But as I say, the stuff that works and it really works well. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars, and it's on VOD this weekend.
I'm not even supposed to be here today, Richard. Thank you so much. It's always great to see you.
See, you're a Clerks fan. See you later.